I was a sheriff clerk in 3 small border sheriff courts. You could say that I appeared in court every day. I'm the good looking one on the left. When I was 46, I had a stroke. Now this was no TIA or mini stroke. This was a full boona, a real humdinger of a stroke. I gave my family a few anxious moments for some weeks. Now this was my first time in hospital ever, and I woke up in a totally alien world. You could say that I got my money's worth from the NHS, 1 month in the Western General for acute treatment, and then off to the BG8 for a medical recovery. In the BG8 to get so much negativity, you're essentially depersonalised. Kelso was a different story. You got the impression that all the staff really cared about getting people fit and well enough to go home. They made me work in there, and I came to regard them as friends. Eventually, they shipped me off to the Ashley Ainsley in Edinburgh in a more rehab. After my 16-month sentence, they let me out into the community. I spent 16 months having decisions made for me and things done to me without very much input. It helped me to take control of my rehab. You've got to be pushy sometimes to get what you need. The squeaky wheel that gets the oil. I found that the NHS is very suspicious of anything new. So when I came home, then I hit the internet to find out if there's anything out there that could help me. I arranged to get some of them myself. It would cost me money, but what price your eyesight, what price your left arm. All the time I was in hospital, I was told repeatedly, you'll never get any function back in your arm. But I got my own physiotherapist, someone who was not negative about this left arm. She was familiar with this device I found on the internet, which is like an arm trainer, which I work with every day, and it's starting to work. I can actually feel my hand now, and a couple of weeks ago I was out and I could feel a cold one on the left side of my face, and that was amazing. My view is that to make progress, you've got to accept an element of risk. There was a particular occupational therapist who, when she saw that I was fit enough to go upstairs, was horrified. I think she was concerned if I had an accident that she'd be held responsible. Instead of encouraging me to do it safely, she wanted to put a sign at the bottom of the stairs saying keep out. I'm quite capable of assessing risk, but there's a great reluctance to allow me to do that. When I first came home, and when home care was provided for me, I had to go to bed when it suited them, I had to have my dinner when it suited them, and so on. So, being the squeaky wheel that I am, I obtained independent living funds. I later supplemented it with direct payments, which I now use to employ just one person who works with me all the time. It doesn't give me total independence, but at least I'm much more in control now of what I get and when. I've been able to get out and about much more, even to the extent of getting abroad 3 times last year. Started going swimming once a week, just doing normal things recently. Then finally, the ultimate, we went to the pub, stood at the bar and had a few beers, which is really what it's all about. In the main, the community has been good to me. I try to put a little bit back. I'm now on the board of the Direct Payments Agency. I've done some work for Chest, Heart and Stroke, even to the extent of writing a quiz about Kelso. I sold it at the Christmas fair, but I enjoy doing things like this. I'm not bitter about the stroke. There's no point in thinking why me, because it's over and done with. There's no point in looking back. You can't change the past, but with a bit of effort you can make the future better again, which is what I'm trying to achieve.